All right, welcome back. MiaMich. This is number 8, week 6 recap, week 7 look ahead. Let's go into it. I'm
This
Eric.
is number 8.
This is number 8. We've been doing this for 8 weeks now.
Wow.
Congratulations. Almost at 10.
I
Good
feel like
job.
I've only done 3.
You have, and Danny's only been in like 4 of them. So you know what? I've been
I've
here
been
through
like,
all 8.
okay, I feel
Alright,
like
football.
I missed a meeting or something. How many meetings did I miss?
It's like what had happened was.
I have, in fact, only done 3.
There was that. It's technically 3.5. There was that one time my phone died before we ended.
I mean, we were kind of near the end right there. It's all right. You had technical issues and whatever. Anyway, so let's get into the scores of this week. Let's recap it. Let's start off with Michigan at Minnesota, 52-10. Michigan handled business. Handle business. Anyone want to say anything before I just start gloating, as I always do? Anybody?
I mean, they did what they're supposed to do. That's all I can say.
That's fair. No? Anything?
Nah, I'm good.
None? Good. Yeah, so we beat them. We beat that ass like we should have. Just saying. JJ is looking like JJ. Defense, pick 6 in the second snap of the game. So go blue. Go blue. All day. All day. And especially because, Ohio State didn't look too great, but we'll get into that later. Good for them. Danny, what do you got for Kentucky at number 1, Georgia? What happened over there?
They also did what they were supposed to do. What was it? 51-13.
Yes, sir.
Kind of identical scores. Georgia was home instead of doing it on the Kentucky's home floor. They decided to do it at their own home this time. Easy win.
Yeah, they handle business. No, anything?
There's nothing to say. I think the score says it all.
That's
Like
spot
20
on.
points in the second quarter. The only one-digit score they had was in the fourth.
They tried. I mean, I think we all kind of called they were kind of a little bit overrated. Kentucky, that is. I mean, they beat a not so good Florida team, and yeah, they were 5-0 going into the game, but Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia. No, talk to me about the big rivalry. We got the Red River rivalry, Oklahoma versus Texas.
The Red River.
I watched this game all the way through, and I wanted Texas to win so bad. Just didn't happen.
When it's 34-30 on a heartbreaking last, what was it, like couple seconds? I think they only had like 3 or 4 seconds.
It was the last 2 seconds, I believe.
Something like that. Whatever that score was, and Texas couldn't do anything with it. They couldn't get anything with it. No time left on that. I mean, just wow though. I mean, Gabriel really was clutching that and that last little drive right there. And honestly, it was kind of surprising. It was defense heavy in the start. And then it kind of just went like, nah, we're just going to give up a bunch of last minute nothing, especially on Texas end. Like that was, that was just kind of sloppy secondary defense. Danny, did you see the game? What do you think?
I wasn't watching too much of it. I was watching at the beginning. I'm pretty sure Texas had a lead, and then Oklahoma was on the way to win. I don't know too much about the Oklahoma team this year.
I mean,
it's definitely a good win over a really good Texas team.
About to say that they're undefeated and they just beat what were they? They're number 3 in the nation. So I mean, that's pretty good in my book. I mean, good for them though. Good for that program because a lot of people just kind of wrote them off in the beginning of the season. That's just like, okay, Texas should handle business like they did last year, and then it's fine. Next game I want to bring up, another one that was kind of like a kind of sloppy game was Maryland at Ohio State. It was 17-37 Ohio State. Ohio State they won the game late, but up to that point it was 20-20 all the way up into the fourth quarter, and then like some questionable defense, against Maryland just kind of led to Ohio State doing their thing. Marvin Harrison Jr. is also like I'm not going to be biased. He's a beast. He's a dog over there.
Okay. I'm glad you actually said that.
He is. He's a dog. Like I can't say anything. That man's getting touchdowns and over 100 yards like almost every week it seems, and he's catching everything. So you know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna talk any trash. But Ohio State's offensive line looks like garbage. I am going to say that right now.
Yeah, that part and mean it for real.
The only thing they did was manage to squeeze them up a slot. They're now number 3. That's really all that game did.
That's what it did, and honestly, they have Penn State next week. So that's
wow.
Yeah. I mean, not this
upcoming,
the week
weekend.
after. So in 2 weeks they have Penn State, and that's going to really determine how good they are because you want to talk about a run offense and a real defense.
And a real defense. Yes, sir. Exactly those words.
That's different.
Penn State's a good team there. They're different.
Yeah, that's different. Like when you go against like top tier. I mean, it's Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. I mean, that's the 3 Big Ten every year.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just so happen to be in the same, not only, conference, but in the same standing, same everything. So they have to play each other.
Yeah, they always are parallel. They have the parallel seasons.
Another pretty good game. 3 overtimes was Arizona at number 9 USC. It was 41-45. 3 OT. Holy crap. Wow.
41. I mean,
USC just they pulled it out, man. I'll tell you what.
I didn't watch it. It was too late at night. By that time, I was having a terrible night by that time.
Yeah, no.
But USC had a dogfight, and obviously Arizona is not even close to as talented as USC is. But they showed their skill there.
Yeah, good.
41 points is nothing small.
No, good for that offense. No, you got anything?
No, I didn't watch it, but
good game. It's a good game. That's all that really matters.
OT to me is just crazy.
Want to talk about a crazy game? How about number 10 Notre Dame at Louisville, who was 25? They lost
biggest upset of the season,
to 33. 33-20, Louisville. So how's that Ohio State game looking now?
It's looking pretty bad.
How's that win? How's that win working for all you Ohio State Buckeyes?
They're barely winning. That 4-point win they got.
Oh, I'm talking all my trash. Are you kidding me? Go Blue. They ain't not nothing. Good for Louisville though. They're undefeated right now, and they shot up to 14. So keep an eye on that Louisville team. Undefeated is undefeated.
Yeah, right.
Number 11 Bama at TAMU. They pulled it out 26-20.
I'm sorry. My favorite part of that game was having Alabama score 2 points in the fourth quarter. And that was it. That's all they got for that quarter.
They held on.
Safety, and that's what saved them.
Yep, they held on. And man, Texas A&M looked like they were going to win that game for the most of that game. I really thought they were about to have another
They
upset.
were ahead at the half.
Yep.
And then Bama just came back and scored miraculous 16 points.
Nick Saban did a Nick Saban is what just happened.
Yeah.
Found a way to win.
Every single time. But
sounds like Alabama to me.
It's kind of scary, though. Alabama's still not looking like anything special. It's like this season they kind of just look like a 10, 11 ranked team.
I mean, they didn't
That's true.
No, they didn't move because how do you barely? I mean, given Texas A&M is it's Jimbo, and
it's a good team. Yeah.
It's a good recruiting team. It's just I think it's poor coaching, but that's just me. I'm not going to say much else to that. Another good game that happened, big upset too, was Washington State, who was 13 at UCLA. UCLA pulled it out 25-17. I didn't get to see that one. I saw the highlights the next day, like I usually do, and it looked like a pretty damn good game. Honestly, it looked like it was pretty fun. A lot of defense. A lot of sloppy passing on the Washington State side. So that's the one thing. But Washington State's still a good team. They deserve to still be in the rankings for sure. And luckily they only dropped to 19. I think they're going to be fine.
Sure.
Last couple games. And Danny, you want to talk about Louisville, Missouri? Because my goodness.
Oh, LSU, Missouri.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry, LSU. I definitely meant that. Yeah.
You had me so confused.
I was reading Louisville. I was looking at their stats, and I just said Louisville. I'm like, no, I meant LSU. Yeah, LSU. LSU at Missouri, 23-21. What'd you got?
I got a 49-39 shootout, 3 overtimes. I mean, Jaden Daniels is taking a bunch of hits that usual quarterbacks don't take, but he's finding ways to win as well. That's all they can really say about it. If he's tough, he's tough. We'll see how far he goes without any injury, though.
I know that they're getting close to that Alabama game that they have too, so they got to kind of watch out for that.
Whoa.
Yeah, Rut Row is right. Yeah, they have 3 more weeks. So on. No, I'm sorry. I think it's 3 more weeks. It's gonna be on November 4th that they have. So we gotta watch that. Gotta watch that. Because that's gonna be tricky for LSU. All right, this is the game that I want to talk about, but I'm not even going to talk about it. Danny's going to talk about it, and we're just going to completely just kind of shit on it. So, Danny, you could start off, and then we'll take over.
Okay.
By the way, one quick. He was at the game, Georgia Tech at 17 Miami. Take it.
Okay. Very beginning of the game, the team looked sluggish. Couldn't get an offensive drive going. Bunch of 3-and-outs through the first quarter. It was 3-0 at halftime. If that doesn't tell you anything, it tells me a lot. A lot of people in the stands didn't like what was going on. It was a whole bunch of, mediocre-looking faces. Not a lot of, hype in the stands. It even got to the point where we were literally booing our own team. I'm not booing my own team, but there were boos coming from the crowd because we were just running. We were running, and getting nowhere. First down run, second down run, third down pass. If that pass isn't completed for about 8 yards, we're punting the ball away. It was a nightmare first half. Fast forward, second half. We're up 10. We're up 17. It gets to the point where it's 17-17. We get a field goal. We're up 20-17. TVD had 3 picks by this time. One of them he threw. He ended up sprinting back 65 yards and catching the interceptee before he was able to get a pick 6. Which was beautiful to me, but, terrible moment regardless. I really don't want to talk about this last 2 minutes of the game. It's hard to understand. But here we go. From my vantage point, it is 3rd and 10 with 2 minutes and 1 second left. We're running the ball 2 times to get it to 3rd and 10 again. It was first down, 2 minutes left. 3rd and 10, there's 56 seconds left on the clock. We snap the ball with 36 seconds to go. On 3rd and 10 in the fourth quarter.
Georgia Tech.
Other team had no timeouts.
Georgia Tech
is out of timeouts. Now, I'm not the greatest mathematician, but I know the play clock is only 40 seconds. So that means if we take a knee on 3rd and 10, it is 4th and 12. Our ball. We do not have to take another snap. The ball game is over. We decide to run it on 3rd and 10 with 36 seconds left. And Donald Chaney Jr., no fault to him, is called for a fumble. Now, I don't know if you have seen this video of this play, but clearly, to my eyes, in the stadium after seeing it 7 times, because they took a great little while to review this play and call it stand.
Well, it'd be like that.
They called it stands. 2 plays later, Georgia Tech scores. And
with no timeouts.
With no timeouts. First of all, that 75-yard drive was insane. The first pass that got over the top of number 0 to Corey Couch apparently was a great pass. I didn't expect it to actually be caught, but he caught it, fell on it, cool. The next play, where they actually do score on that deep bomb, was atrocious. I saw it with my own eyes, and I still cannot believe this happened. I still can't. I don't know how else to even express my fanhood, but you can guarantee I'm gonna be there in 2 weeks when we go up against Clemson. So,
Oh, dude, I don't even know. I don't even
heartbreak
know.
times 4.
I was gonna like completely shit on you, but I think honestly the pain in your voice is more than enough for me.
It's tough
Because
time to be a Miami Hurricane right now, but we on it. You know what
that
I'm
has
saying?
got to be the
We move forward.
the offensive play calling has been atrocious for Miami for how many years now?
This is definitely the 3rd year. The last year was atrocious for sure.
I think since
This
King,
year,
since King was quarterback, because that's when,
Derek King.
yeah, because remember when we went to that game, there was a lot of like, why are we doing this on like the
Mm-hmm.
goal
There was a lot
line?
of questionable things, but then Rhett Lashley is over at SMU having a little success. So he was the offensive coordinator that year. We've had 3 different offensive coordinators in the last 3 years.
And I'm
So like
wondering like,
Kelly Van Dyke has dealt with 3 different offensive coordinators in his 3
yeah, I
years.
mean, and that sucks for him because that kid never got any kind of stability, which really
Right.
sucks like as a developer
And
because it's like, who am I supposed to
follow
grow
here.
with?
Like, come on, man. I'm doing 3 different things at once. The thing I did all last year is completely erased from the playbook, and now we're doing something completely different. He
Yeah,
looked lost. Like,
he
the
did.
entire first
He had
quarter,
no
when
he had
all 3
no
of the
energy.
he looked lost.
And I don't understand why either, because it's not like they came off of losses. Like they've been beating
It was a
good
bye week,
teams.
man. It's our bye week. The bye weeks for Miami have been so. It's been a problem for us for about 3 seasons now as well. It's an institutional problem, and I'm glad Mario Cristobal is there to fix that. But obviously, we need direction when it comes to last minute plays, because
Yes.
that is
There's
signs of
no
Mario Cristobal.
there
It's signs of Manny
it is.
Diaz,
Yes.
and those losses we took because of missed field goals or blocked field goals. Like, we shouldn't be leaving it in the hands of anybody. We should be going in there and stomping on Georgia Tech like we're supposed to. But we never got any type of momentum at all in the first half.
Yeah.
3 penalties took away 3 crucial plays, and that was it. Those are all the big plays for the most of the game.
100%. 100%. Well, I think let's get into the rankings because we gotta talk about Miami anyway, right? So how about we start from the bottom, we'll work our way up to the top. Miami didn't drop out all the way. It's great. I love it. 25 Miami. They're still in the rankings. This is the AP top 25, by the way, for all those who's looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
24 Kentucky. They didn't drop out, which they should, but whatever. Number 23 is Kansas. They're getting re-ranked after losing last week, so that's good for them. LSU's up to 22. Notre Dame is down all the way down to 21. Tied for 19th, which is really weird, is Washington State and Tennessee.
Okay.
Right?
I'm going to put Washington State down since they lost last week. I don't even remember if Tennessee won.
They did, but they didn't play anybody. 18 is UCLA. 17 is Duke. Good for Duke, still staying around there. 16 Utah. 15 Oregon State. 14 Louisville. 13 Ole Miss. And number 12, North Carolina. Ooh, look for North Carolina. 13 is going to be 13 going to be Bama. 10 is USC. 9 is Texas. They're still in the top 10, which I think they still should be. I think it was, it was a good game, but it's a rivalry. You can't really knock them down that much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially because they're going to have a rematch in the Big 12 championship more than likely, so that's going to be interesting.
Most likely.
Yeah. No, what do you think about Texas? You think they're gonna go kind of far?
I want them to.
But you just
Oh,
can't buy the Texas anymore.
I can't. That game ruined me.
Number 8 are the Ducks. There you go. Number 8, no.
Always take top 10, baby.
Always top 10 against number 7, Washington. 6, and then of course you have just the Big 10 coming up here. Number 6 is Penn State. 5 is Oklahoma. Good for them, shooting up 7 spots. 4 is going to be Florida State. 3 is Ohio. 2 is Michigan, and 1 is Georgia. Michigan is not too far from being ranked number 1. They are slowly gaining. They're slowly getting
less than 100 points.
It's right there. They're starting to see. I think honestly, Michigan Georgia fought right now. I think Michigan wins. I mean, yes, it's biased, but at the same time, who has looked more complete this whole season than Michigan?
For the entire season, it's no one more than Michigan. I'll be honest there.
Like hands down, like
it was Texas. It was Texas because they've actually played competition.
Sure, absolutely, I'll give them that.
There's Michigan, and now Georgia has played. I mean, Kentucky in somewhat in shape or form. Their competition. They're at least conference rivals, and they
almost lost to Auburn.
That's what I'm saying. That's a Georgia team who isn't like consistent though. Like, yeah, they pull out wins, but they're not consistent wins. Like, that's just one point I'm trying to make. It's like Michigan, every single win they were going to win.
It was dominance, as exactly. There was no chance for the other team in that sense.
Exactly.
And yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
They matched the same energy with Kentucky this last week, but we don't know how good Auburn is for real. I guess, especially against a team that's just won the championship. Like, you're going to bring your A game against Kentucky or against Georgia.
No, for sure. But I'm just saying, this is a Georgia team that everyone was saying should run through their competition, and they're playing to their skill, which is the biggest issue. Like, they're not playing Georgia football like they did last season. They're playing Auburn football. We're playing, exactly. Or Kentucky. Like, luckily they didn't play against Kentucky like the way they should have, because if they played to Kentucky could pass it on them, and that could have been a whole different ball game. But luckily they played Georgia football, so let's see if they get any better. Let's see. I don't really know if they really will.
Well, I guess we'll see about that one.
We'll see about that. Let's transfer into this next week. We only have 5 games. I'm going to be completely honest. This week isn't it's a good week for college football. Any week's a good day, good week for college football.
We get football.
Exactly. But when we're talking about crazy good matchups, there's not a whole lot. So let's just run through these real quick. Indiana at number 2, Michigan. Michigan is a 33.5. Favorite to win that game. Over under is 47.5. I'm just going to throw this out there real quick. Michigan's probably going to win by 42. We'll probably hold Indiana to, I'll give them 10.
Another 10 points for the opposition. Double digits, you sure?
I mean, yeah, because we'll throw in our third stringers like we have been, where they go score on us late. I don't care. That's fine. I'll give up 10 points.
So you're going with a 52-10 score? That's what you're going with, 52-10?
Yeah, 52-10. Yeah, 52-10 sounds about right. I think we can drop 50 on them. No, what do you got? Indiana at Michigan.
And of course, Michigan's gonna win.
Okay.
It's just finding a proper score for them. I can agree with Indiana having 10. I wouldn't be surprised if they hold them to a score.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Rough.
What are we thinking? Are we thinking 30s?
I'm thinking 40s.
Thinking 40s? Thinking 42?
I'm thinking
45?
45?
42, 45. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. It's about 10. So okay, so you're still thinking they hang about 30, 32 points on them.
Yeah.
Danny, what do you got?
I'm going to go the lowest of them all and go 38. I'll go 38 to a 7. We'll do 38-7.
That sounds like a very Michigan score, honestly.
I'll be the oddball in this situation, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that is a very, very straight-up Michigan score. Go ahead, Danny. Take us to Miami at North Carolina.
Well, that's what we're doing next.
We're going straight to Miami. I'm sorry. We're gonna start this one because I feel like, honestly, I was tempted just to throw it right to Miami at the rankings, but I need you to simmer down a little bit. We're gonna be positive now about Miami.
I didn't sleep Saturday night, bro. I'm not simmered down. This is It's high tension time for Miami fans. We pointing fingers at coaches, we pointing fingers at players, we pointing fingers at refs. I want the ACC to respond for this because I need answers for some of them calls, honestly, especially the one that decided the game. Are you kidding me? The one that decided the game is ridiculous enough. That one enough is ridiculous. Okay, but regardless of that, let's move forward to this next week. Man, UNC handled business last week. They beat the snot out of Syracuse.
Yes, they did.
Who put up a fight against Clemson. So I'm trying to do, football math here. Math ain't mathing from my side, but we gonna go ahead and be delusional a little bit. Give us a Texas A&M type vibe, that Texas A&M type game where we have something to prove against UNC. I'll give us a 10-point win.
Okay.
Let's go 31-41. Let's go 31-41.
Oh damn! You think offense? Okay, shit.
I'm thinking 31-41. Canes.
Okay. Noah, go ahead. What do you think? North Carolina's favored by 3.5 at North Carolina.
I'm going North Carolina.
What?
Give me a score, you traitor.
I could see it being a 2-score game, probably.
Damn.
That's ridiculous.
Damn. You're thinking just kind of like they handle business.
Bro, Miami struggled against Georgia Tech.
Where's your sources?
ESPN, all of the
Your
games.
sob story that you just told me, that's my source.
We're just gonna come out better, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. What sport you got?
Come on, give me something. What do you got?
I think that Pittsburgh game that North Carolina had.
Which one was that one?
That's the one where it's like 41-24.
Oh, something like that.
Something around that.
Okay.
Maybe a 45.
So we'll go 45-24
Yeah.
for you?
All right. So you're saying North Carolina handles business.
It's definitely going to be a second half game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But that's as far as I can go with it.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to take this now. North Carolina's 3.5 favorite. Over 157.5. So, Danny, you know how many times... Listen to me. And you know it's true. I don't care if you agree or not. How many times has Miami fallen apart after taking a loss that they shouldn't have taken? How many seasons straight has it been now? That's exactly what happens. Since Al Golden, I'll answer your question.
Realistically, Al Golden, I think, was fired after probably the worst loss, but truly the worst loss in Miami history, 58-7 or 58-0 Clemson. That's when they had Deshaun Watson. I think that was like 2012, right?
And it's been about
that long. If we're talking about a whole decade, I'll give you about 3 years straight where we lose one game we're not supposed to, and then the rest of the season falls apart.
Okay.
All that is Manny Diaz and Mark Richt. Mark Richt had 2 fantastic seasons before he retired.
Yeah, which is crazy too. Man. Isn't he like the coach of the Panthers right now in North Carolina?
No, Mark Richt is he is super retired. He's
he's done. Okay. Must be one of the other Ricks then.
Diagnosed with.
Oh, what?
I hope he's all right. Honestly.
Oh, of course.
He's doing well. They showed him at the Bethune-Cookman game, so he's doing well. But he was diagnosed with Parkinson's, so he retired a little while ago. Yeah, kind of sucks.
He hates seeing that, but I mean, good for him. He had a good career, and hopefully he can just enjoy retirement as much as he can. North Carolina blows out Miami. By the way, like I'm throwing that out there.
Just give me a score, you trader.
Probably about 42, and I'll say you guys will get 17.
42-17.
You're looking my ball.
Oh yeah, they handle business. I do agree with Noah though. It'll be a second half game, but if they start collapsing in the first quarter, that game is going to be a really bad day for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, our defense showed up. They always do. So I'm not really concerned about Drake May or any of those guys. Tez Walker. I'm not really concerned about them. Their names are known, but they ain't got nothing against Miami. Let's get moving.
I'm hearing a lot of barnacles.
You're hearing the water in your own ears, you need to get them out. All right, get the water out your ears.
Oh my God, no! Give me the next game. It's going to be number 8 Oregon at number 7 Washington. Who do you think takes it?
Hurricane County, boy. Oregon, what?
I can see this being rough for Oregon, especially since it's a Washington home game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will probably be a fourth quarter win by Oregon, probably by a score.
Okay, I like that. So what are you thinking?
I'll give them 28-21.
I like that. That's a good football game. Danny, what do you got?
I got more points. I got way more points for Pac-12. Oregon's probably the most efficient offense, stats-wise.
Blowout.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Straight blowouts.
Speed all over the place, obviously. I don't know too much about Washington, but they're number 7 for a reason, right? You know, we're not looking at nothing.
Because
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Oregon. That just means exactly right. Like they have talent, obviously, but I'm still giving it to Oregon. OA. Let's go 2 scores instead of 1. Okay. We'll do a 10-point win. Let's go 45-35.
Okay, yeah, like that. You're saying old school Pac-12 football. I like that. I like that.
It might be more than 35, honestly. I
probably.
Don't think,
yeah, that's true.
I don't think they're gonna lose by much though. 10-3.
This one was hard for me because it's one of those like this is a toss up. Like this is Washington's only favored by 2.5, but the over under is 67. So they think there's points, which they should.
Yeah.
I could see Washington honestly pulling this off. I'd say late field goal. Let's call it 38-41. You know, just one of those last minute field goals. Definitely a big score, a lot of yards. I wouldn't be surprised honestly if both defense don't show up and it's going to be like a record for most yards combined.
38-41. You're talking about 38-41.
Washington. No, I'm picking Washington. It's a home crowd. I think that's the only reason that they're going to get it done. And I think they can win that game.
That would be the only reason why I would agree with you.
Yeah, because in that fourth quarter, it's going to get really loud, especially if it's a tie ball game. It's going to get loud.
Here's how I see it: either it's going to be a close game, or by the second quarter, Oregon's going to find a groove and be 2 scores ahead by the half.
That's fair. Yeah, honestly.
And then maybe blow out the rest of the game.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can see that.
I don't want to say that because I want to be humble about my team.
You got to stay humble around these times, man.
And that's why I'm doing the 1 score.
This is when you find out whether your team's really good or not. You know?
I'm doing some scouting and I'm getting like, oh my, what happened to them? Ooh,
yeah.
I hope that don't happen to me.
Yeah, Danny knows a thing or two about getting humbled.
Here and just be like,
I don't know enough about it. Except for when the refs do it. It's crazy out here when you can't win a game because the refs got vendettas against people.
Oh, here we go. Next game.
We're moving on.
Next game. Number 10 USC at number 21 Notre Dame. Notre Dame 2.5 over under 65. I think USC finally gets a loss because they've been getting really close.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been playing really close. I don't think Notre Dame's great, but I think this is going to be that game that they kind of like show, hey, we're still a top, what are they? They're 21. They're a top 15 team, I think. So I think that they can handle business. And USC's defense is awful. It's bad over there. So I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this. I would Notre Dame about, let's do 48 to about...
48 for Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, I honestly like you don't understand. Like I think Sam Howell's gonna have a career game, my dude.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't have any defense, man. I'm sorry. Like after the past 3 games that I've seen, 4 honestly whole season, but 3 games especially.
Pac-12, man.
I know, but I think Notre Dame needs to bounce back, especially Ohio State and then Louisville. They're gonna also lose to USC. Nah, they gotta win one of these, right? Right.
Yeah, that's
right.
Great body slam their whole season. They lose 3 back-to-back like that. I mean, they're 3 ranked really great teams, if we're being real. Like,
for sure.
USC's defense is lacking, we know that, but their offense makes up for it. And
Notre Dame has a good defense, though. I'm just surprised that they haven't showed up at all. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we can't say the same thing about Notre Dame's defense. We can't say their offense just completely overshadows their defense. We can say that they're a decent team. They're in top 25 for a reason, but we can't say... Definitely can't say they're as good as a Heisman hopeful type of offense.
100%. Who do you think wins, Danny?
Oh, I'm on the USC side, 100%. I can't go for Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you can't. No, that makes sense. I understand. It's like me going for Ohio. What do you think the score is?
Let's go. Hopefully they don't go into overtime, but if they do, then they're going to reach the 50s. I'm thinking, though, let's go no overtime, so USC wins 40. I don't want to do 45 again. Let's do 52. I'll go in the 50s. We'll do 50.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
We got Heisman hopeful out here, man. We'll do 52-38. 2-score game.
Damn. All right, Noah, how about you? Last but not least, what do you got?
I don't think Notre Dame can do it.
No? You think USC handles it?
I understand it's a home game.
But...
Which, again, home games usually for me are the reason why I'd vote for someone who I don't think would be able to handle this.
Mm-hmm.
But I see USC pulling this out. It's really hard for me to say that against a team who almost lost to Arizona.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And almost blew a lead against Colorado.
Oh. Honestly, Colorado's good.
I say it's a one-score game, maybe 21-14.
Holy shit, you think defense shows up? Well, I mean, shit, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm going defense.
That'd be pretty cool. Last game we're going to talk about. This will be the last little cat.
Oh, hold on. What was your score, dude?
Oh, yeah. What was did you give a score?
I said it 21-14.
21-14.
No, Aaron, what was yours?
Mine?
You said 48 for Notre Dame.
I'm sorry. It was like 48-35. I could see something like that. Yeah. Like it's gonna be a one score. Someone's gonna do something stupid, and then that's what's gonna happen, and then Notre Dame takes it.
Yeah, fat bet. All right.
Next. Last one of the day. We're gonna talk about 18 UCLA at 15 Oregon State. Oregon State's a 4-point favorite. Over/under's 55. I like Oregon State in this one. I think this will be a real defensive game. I think this one actually will be what Noah's score is, 21-14. Oregon State, just because they're at home. Because why not? I like DJ Ugule. Ugule.
Literally don't know how to say this man's name. You could say it to me 3 times and I'd still look at it like, how?
It's like Ungalea or something like that. I don't want to butcher it anymore. I have. Noah, who do you got? UCLA, Oregon State.
Even Tua has a weird name.
Tua does. Tagovailoa.
It's a tough one for me.
Those dudes can carry cars, man. You can't just be pissing off those guys.
I'm probably gonna go Oregon State, but definitely a close game.
Yeah, what are we thinking? That high, huh? Damn, that's wild.
No, I can see it being like a mid-tier game. I'm debating.
It's gonna be.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe 32-21.
Holy shit, that's a lot more than I thought. Okay. Shit. Okay. Danny, who? Why?
30 what? I'm sorry.
32-30. Not 30. Yeah, 32-21.
Oregon State. All right.
Yes.
I'm going 24-21. UCLA.
Oh, you think UCLA pulls it?
He's
going last minute upset.
I like that.
I'm going the other way. In the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter. Bring that back, shit.
They don't know about that.
No, they don't know about all that yet. We'll get that series going with the new game, I promise.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Honestly, that is something I've been dreaming about for like the last 3 months. So like this is taking too long.
Dude, as soon as we can get it on PC, you and I can literally like go over Discord and we can do what we do where you can choose plays and I can just like click it for you or some shit. Like we can go old school, bro.
I am so fine with this. So fine with all that.
Oh my god.
NCAA, give us sponsorships, please.
Please, my God, and maybe some NIL money. We won't go into the transfer portal. We'll be good. We'll be good boys.
We'll be loyal for a little bit. Until you tell us we can't play.
For over some dumb shit. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys for showing up and watching another one. I think we'll do this again. I think we can do this next week. What do you guys think? You guys want to do this next week?
Pretty sure we can do this next week.
Let's do this next week. This sounds fun. Everyone have a great day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your college football. Later.
Go Canes.